Hello, welcome to Monday Night Bloodbath, episode 19. The next one will be 20, the big 20. Did you know we started doing this January 22nd?
I knew it was around then, but if you asked me a date, I would have to go back and look at the calendar. It's like I know I've got it on my calendar for somewhere, but yeah, it does not seem like it's been that long.
So I was looking back because I was like, when did this start? Because if you notice the name of the title, I have said Joe Biden will not be the candidate when the time comes. I know there's all these things about how like they won't be able to put someone else on the ballot in certain states and all this stuff. Look, if you don't think they can't change things around just because they want to, what the hell have you been paying attention to the last 6-7 years?
They will make it legal.
They will do they'll do whatever the hell they want. And to me, that's kind of like a big sign of the whole Democratic Party. They cock blocked RFK from being able to challenge Joe Biden. I don't think they ever had any. I don't think they were ever planning on Joe being able to make it 2 terms. As a matter of fact, there was even a point in time where in the 2020 run where Biden was saying something like, "I'm just a temporary fix until we get something better." I mean, those weren't his exact words, but he said something along those lines.
Something to that effect. From the outset of his campaign for 2020, when he won, I was like, I didn't think he was going to make it 1 year, and we're already almost at the end of 4 years.
I thought they were going to 25th Amendment him the day that
he got
Kamala
inaugurated.
would be able to run twice, because there's a certain point in time where if the VP takes over, they can only search.
It counts as a term.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I forget what it was, but it's like it's pretty much the halfway point. And I thought that they were just going to wait for that and then just put her in,
so that she could still run 2 more times, assuming that she won the first one. I've not heard of that before. I did not know that was a thing, but that does make sense.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like, I remember back in the 2020 campaign for Biden, and it's like this guy is not all there. He's had 2 aneurysms.
I did not know that.
Not just 1, 2.
I mean, it's
and
not
I know
surprising.
Of at least, and I know of at least 1 open brain surgery.
Wow, I did not know that. But I'm
Yeah.
not surprised in the least.
So the guy has not been fit for office since he said he was going to run back in 2020.
Yep.
Or 2019, whenever he announced that.
He was not fit to run the first time. And by the first time, I meant 2020, because apparently he ran 30 years ago.
Yeah. And he got blasted out of the water because he was stealing everyone else's speeches.
Yeah, that's why I found out about that today, is because someone's tweets talking about that. I did not know that he ran way back in the day.
Yeah, he was well known for plagiarizing stuff back then. He even did it when he was in the Senate. Like, but you know, back then particularly, it was hard enough to track all that stuff because you didn't have the internet. Right. And nowadays it's just like pick and choose what you want to do, you know, like the world is weird right now. The world's really, really weird.
It's very weird.
So how have you been? Yeah, you had a great birthday weekend?
Yes, it's been a great week. Yeah. Not this last weekend, but the weekend before, I had my channel anniversary. Then last Thursday on the 4th of July was my birthday, and had a fun birthday stream that morning. Had a lot of fun birthday shenanigans. That afternoon, went up to the mountains and went to the lake, and it was fun.
You went up? Okay, nice little trip.
Yeah, so yeah, had a great time. The only bummer was being up there and, you know, nature, no fireworks allowed, so I didn't get to see any fireworks.
Oh, okay. Dude, they launch them all over. Like, they're not the mortars and stuff are not legal. Like, you can't even have Roman candles here. Much like your state, I bet.
Yeah, we get the little sparklers and stuff.
There's people in my area that are launching the mortars and everything. I don't know where, but I hear those bitches.
I hear them all around here as well. Like I got home kind of late, and it's been crazy hot. So even my I have a pool, and it's not even like heated other than just by the sun. And it's been my pool is almost 90 degrees at like midnight because it's been like in the couple. We hit like 115 a couple days, so it's been crazy hot. So hopped in the pool when I got home. It felt great, and I was hearing some fireworks off in the distance. So people have them here too. I don't know where they get them. So I did see one or two once I got home, but I didn't get to see any, official fireworks show. But I had a fun day regardless.
So, how are you feeling about things these days? Like, I don't know, did you pay attention at all to the stuff that went on in France over the weekend? Or
I have no idea what's going on in France.
Do you have well, okay. What do you think that Biden, it has come out ever since that wonderful debate. This is, as a matter of fact, this is our first episode back since the debate. You watched that, right?
Yeah.
Ever since that debate, Joe Biden has had to come out and say, I'm the president and I'm running multiple times, to the point where the Sopranos Twitter account said, if you have to say you're the boss, you're not the boss.
I did not see that, but I was just going to say, it's like, if he's coming out to say that, that means that's someone else is running things. But we already we've known that for a long time. We knew that
this whole time. And people are like, well, they'll just run Kamala Harris. It's like, yeah, Kamala Harris is perfect because she won't have to fucking do anything. And you just do, and whoever's doing it now just keeps going, right? Like, it's just a puppet.
Yep. I've said, said since the beginning, he's just Biden, of course, is a meat puppet. He's not calling any shots.
Well, unfortunately, like, there's a complete lack of anything going on inside of Biden, so that just like makes even more sense.
He's perfect for them to do whatever the heck they want.
Yeah, and Kamala is just a fucking airhead, so that works too.
Yeah.
Like, if the American people, oh gosh, what was I watching? It was the Quartering and Sticks, Hex, and Hammers show this morning.
Okay.
And they were talking about Trump picking his VP or whatever. And Sticks, Hex, and Hammer has a hard on for what's her name?
Tulsi
Gabbard. Yeah. He's
she's really a good-looking woman.
But he, like, politically and everything as well. He thinks she would be the perfect VP. And they were talking about a Tulsi Gabbard, Kamala Harris VP debate.
Oh, a debate between them? That would be great. I would love to see that.
I would love that. I would absolutely love to see that. That would be so much fun. Vivek Ramaswamy, Kamala Harris debate would be great too.
Yeah.
Anything but Mike Pence would probably be better. But so do you think they're going to stick with it? Do you think they're going to stick it out with him? Even like he keeps coming out saying he's in it to win it. And like, we've got videos of AOC coming out today that she's backing Biden. We've got Whoopi Goldberg coming out saying she shits her pants and she's staying loyal to the man.
Oh, what was I don't know who it was, but I heard someone talking about someone's tweet about like voting for the party regardless of who it is. I'd vote for a blue chair. I don't remember who that was.
Oh, I don't know who that. I know what you're talking about, though. I don't remember who that was. I heard
someone talking about that tweet. It's like, God, how retarded do you have to be to freaking vote for them no matter what? You're like not even open to considering the other side without. I mean, when we've already had 4 years of Trump, and what was so bad about that? And you're still against him.
Well, I'll be honest right now. If Trump wasn't running, chances are I probably wouldn't even vote. There's not many people in the lineup that I would want to see do it anyways. I want to trust any of them. Because
I think whoever is running in his place would have to be really bad for me not to vote for them.
until
Just
Trump,
because of how bad Biden is.
yeah, until Trump, I had a theory that it didn't matter who was the president. They were both going to do the same fucking shit and it was going to be garbage. Whether it was Romney or Obama or Bush or whoever, Bob Dole, fucking Bill Clinton, they were going to do the same thing and it wasn't going to fucking matter. Trump's the only one that I've ever seen difference in this country in a positive direction.
Exactly.
And so like my adult life technically started a couple weeks after 9/11, right? And so all I did was watch gas prices go up ever since that moment. And then I remember, my parents would talk about gas prices when I was growing up, but it was never anything like that. But it would always do like this. And then when I was an adult, gas prices just went up. And then President Trump came along, and all of a sudden I'm paying gas prices I hadn't paid in my entire life. And that's how cheap it had gotten. And it's like I'm paying under $2 a gallon in gas. Like no one ever saw that coming.
Yeah,
well, and now we're back to like pushing $5 a gallon.
Oh, it's over $5.
Well, I mean that's you. California.
That's normal for California.
Yeah, California, they tax the living hell out of you, and Arizona's getting almost just as bad. We're one of the higher states now, but we've been able to keep it under that $5.
I remember summer 2 years ago. I think I could pull it up because I took a picture of it on my phone. But the gas station nearest me, I think it was $6.99.
Oh shit! Yeah. I was out in Huntington 2 Octobers ago, and that was the first time I'd ever paid $5 a gallon.
But yeah, I remember. I think when I first started driving, a $20 could fill up my tank. And
yeah, I remember. So I drive a little pickup, and $30 would fill up my tank under Trump. I'm like at 80, sometimes 90.
Yeah. You know what? I might be able to find it easier on Twitter because I remember I posted it to Twitter. But yeah, it's just nuts how it's gotten. But what was I going to say? Yeah. Just about like Trump's actually like doing something and bucking the system because he's not a bought and paid for politician. He lost money becoming president, whereas everyone else who goes into politics becomes rich.
Yep.
It's like I think that says a lot. He did it because he knew he's someone who could do something for the country because he saw the way things were going. Yeah. Until him, I would agree with you. Like I said, I never really followed politics until a few years into his presidency.
Okay.
But
I didn't even vote for him in 2016.
Okay. I did because there was no way I was going to vote for Hillary. But
I voted for Gary Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned that before, but yeah, I voted for him just because I was not going to vote for Hillary. No way. But it wasn't until a few years into his presidency that I actually like started paying attention to politics. And looking back now, if I had been following politics back then, I probably would have agreed with you saying, it doesn't really matter because nothing's really is going to change. But he has made things change, and then Biden threw it all out the window
in a way that actually positively affected Americans. I don't think any other president has ever done that.
Oh, you're talking about Trump because I switched to Biden, and you're like, that positively affected America.
Trump is the only one who has ever turned it around. No other president ever has. And Biden, all he does is blame Trump for not being able to turn it around. And it's like, motherfucker, this guy
he handed you the country on a silver platter.
What was that?
He handed the country to Biden on a silver platter.
I know.
Built back better and ruined everything.
And he can't recover, quote unquote, I'm using air quotes here, from whatever he thinks Trump did. But yet Trump turned around like 16 terrible years, in a matter of no time at all. Like gas prices started dropping the second he was in office. My wages went up significantly. Like every everything was so much cheaper and I was just able to afford everything. Now I feel like I'm back to being when I was like, in my early 20s, like it's not paycheck to paycheck, but it's like, I'm having to cut back some of the things that I was able to do with Trump. And it's like, it'd be nice to be able to go to that and still be able to save money again.
Yep.
Like I used to go to the movie theater all the time.
Well, that's more not same thing. I used to go to the movies probably like once a week, but I would say now it's not so much a thing of money; it's a thing of there's nothing worth seeing.
But you see, even though so like I'm going to go see Wolverine Deadpool.
Okay, when does that come out? Because I actually am looking.
It might be this weekend. I got to look that up because
I'll look it up.
I'm going with Professor Savage Dad and my brother. Wolverine Deadpool.
Yeah, that I am looking forward to.
Oh no, that's the end. It's the end of the month.
Okay. Oh, July 26th. So a couple more weeks, but still, yeah, that's something to look forward to.
But like I would have gone, even though I wasn't been sure about it, I would have went to go see the latest Ghostbusters movie. And there's been some other random ones that I would have went, but it's like, and I never a popcorn guy. I don't need the popcorn.
I never got popcorn either. I like the popcorn, but that was always it's like I'll go to the movies, and when I did go to the movies, it was always on $5 Tuesdays.
Okay.
But I would never get concessions because they're so freaking expensive, and that's where they make all their money because they can sell you concessions which cost them pennies and make $30 on popcorn and soda. Yeah. So I always snuck my own stuff in.
Yeah, it's just so expensive, and now I never go. And I would go at least occasionally now. But now it's like I just don't even want to spend the money.
Last summer for Mission Impossible, and I haven't even looked. There hasn't been a single thing, probably until Deadpool Wolverine, that I've even been like, oh, I want to go to the theater to see that. So I haven't even looked at what movies are in the theater in almost a year. Yeah, because that was in July of last year.
Right, I almost wonder if that wasn't. I wonder if that was the last movie I went and saw too.
It was the last time I went to the theater. It was actually the afternoon of my first episode of Party Chat because it was a short episode and I had to run and go see the movie. But yeah, there hasn't been.
So I want to share a tweet that I saw because this echoes my thoughts exactly on this whole DNC situation. This is some dude named Dylan Allman. I don't know who he is, but he was able to put my thoughts on paper very well. So he says the playbook: refuse to have a primary, have Biden do the debate, highlighting his cognitive decline, which I theorized on Monday Night Bloodbath before the debate that they would not dope him up and let him go out there.
You did say that.
Look a fool.
So refuse to have a primary, like
they cock blocked RFK.
Oh, and so there was no one else to run against him, and so there was no primary on their side. Okay, gotcha.
Biden affirms he will continue to run. Oh, you know what? I think this Dylan Allman guy might be an RFK dude, but that's fine. Biden has multiple medical emergencies prior to the convention. At the convention, Biden reluctantly steps down due to health concerns, and his replacement is announced.
I would not bet against that at all.
So step one is to ensure that the DNC does not have to confront potential candidates they haven't handpicked, i.e. Bernie Sanders in 2016. They did not want Bernie there. And Bernie, if given a fair shot, would have mopped the floor.
I think with Hillary?
Yeah. And it would have been a lot closer Bernie Trump because the Bernie bros were out there, man. I mean, you know what's weird? A lot of the people went from Rand Paul to Bernie. Makes no damn sense.
Like I said, I didn't start following politics till after that. I remember hearing their names, but I didn't really know much about Bernie other than like he was
not Paul, not Rand, whatever his dad's name is.
Yeah, I've heard the Rand Paul and that I've heard those names a bunch, but I know like nothing about them. And then Bernie, I know his big thing was
Yeah, Ron Paul. His dad's Ron Paul. Ron Paul's a big libertarian guy,
Okay.
big and the Fed, and
I can
then
get behind that.
so I had friends who were all Ron Paul back in like what was it 2012 or whatever, and it was almost kind of a meme, but then they were all about Bernie in 2016. Like it
And
was the weirdest freaking thing.
and what was it? Because I remember Bernie had, kind of his shtick. What was it that like his main like running point? Was it like something about college or
So free education
free
was a big
education?
thing.
That's right.
He wanted to completely do Obamacare within the government. Like just do full on communist government. He's on tape. I forget which country, but there's an old video of him out there saying how great communism is. He's like hanging out with some commies in Russia, I think it might have been actually.
Wow.
And talking about how America will never understand or something like that. If it wasn't for this friend of mine who introduced me to Bernie Sanders, like who he was as a person, not literally introduced me to him,
Right.
I would have never, ever, ever gotten into anything political at all. But as soon as I heard that there was a socialist running for president, I was like, "Oh wait, so no, that's happening. I can't. We can't do that. We no."
Yeah.
And so
It's no.
yeah.
It's no.
So here he goes on to say, step one ensures that the DNC doesn't have to confront potential candidate they haven't handpicked. Step two starts planting the seeds that Biden is declining, exactly as I was saying.
That happened during his first term or his first campaign.
They've covered his ass this whole time until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's funny how these people are like, oh my gosh, Biden's decline has been that bad. It's like if you were paying attention to having your head up your ass, you'd know that.
If any of my friends in real life ever came to me and said, I didn't know it was this bad, I might smack them. I might fucking smack. I'm like, so apparently you haven't listened to a damn thing I've said. Step two, start planting seeds that Biden is declining. Step three, pushes an honorable narrative that attempts to make the convention announcement seem less planned and corrupt. Except everyone's watching it happen. There's a lot of people in denial. There are people who think that Joe Biden is going to stick this through. And they're like, they can't replace him, blah, blah, blah. And like, don't get me wrong. I want Joe Biden to stick in the race. I think him being there is the best thing for Trump.
Yeah.
Because the only person that I see them replacing him with, and I've said this since the first episode of this show, is Michelle Obama.
Okay.
I think she's the only one who could just beat Trump just straight up. I think Michelle Obama would cream the living shit out of Donald Trump.
Really?
People are retarded.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong there.
Step 4 confirms that he can't continue ensuring the convention announcement is better received. Step 5 ensures the DNC is able to control the story, push their own strong leader reluctantly steps down for the good of the country and usher in the candidate of their choice that they know they can control all with as little pushback as possible. The candidate will be endorsed by the entire Dem establishment, including Biden, and it will be off to the races. Yes, Big Mike. I meant Big Mike.
Yeah, you mean Michael.
So I think Big Mike would mop the floor with Donald Trump, because people would think that that's the return to normalcy or whatever, and they'd be able to stop all this weird political rhetoric that's been going on since essentially Obama, but people forget that he's the one who started it. What do you think?
I want to have faith that people would be smarter than to be swayed by that so easily. But I don't have that faith.
I know.
I mean, I just don't get like how I literally can't comprehend TDS, and like he had 4 great years. Why are people so against him?
Because they think he's a racist. They think they think
Yet
he
Biden
is.
is the one who was consorting with
There's
KKK members.
we have many clips of Biden saying racist things. But we don't. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That was another time.
I like the theory that Corn Pop really wasn't a bad dude. He
But
was
they
actually a
can't.
good dude.
Yeah.
And saw that Biden's like, you need to get away from those kids.
You know what? They don't have anything on recording of Trump saying anything racist. They try to do. As a matter of fact, they even put that. They kiboshed the find people on both sides story
Finally.
just a couple days before the debate, because Joe
How many
Biden tried to
years-
pull that on the debate.
Yeah, and how many years after the fact did they finally be like, okay, fine, we'll tell the truth in this
I think
one
3
aspect?
years later. Yeah, it's fucking
Way to
Joe.
be on top of things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how anyone can honestly think that Joe Biden is going to be the one at the end of this road.
Right.
But so many people are just trying to report it. I think everyone's lying. Everyone's lying. Let me unbookmark that. So you see, here we've got some video of people trying to say that they're here for Joe. This one just came out today. Might help if I push the right button. Let me know if you can hear it.
Spoken to the president over
Yes.
the weekend. I have spoken with him
quiet as
extensively. He made
It
clear
is quiet.
then, and he has made clear since that he is in this race. The matter is closed. He had reiterated that this morning. He has reiterated that to the public. Joe Biden is our nominee. He is not leaving this race. He is in this race, and I support him. Now, what I think is critically important right now is that we focus on what it takes to win in November, because he is running against Donald Trump, who is a man with 34 felony
Drive that
convictions.
home.
That has been
What is he convicted of?
34 felony crimes.
Yeah, right.
Not a
Yeah,
single
what was he
Republican
what is he
has
convicted
asked
of?
For Donald Trump to not be the nominee. I'm here to win on this democracy. I'm here to win in November. And what's critically important.
Has anyone tried to say that to you yet? Like in real life or anything? He's convicted of 34 crimes.
I have not, but I don't talk politics typically
Okay.
with people in IRA. I work from home, so I really don't talk to many people at all.
Yeah, same here. I just wonder, like, if you were to ask, if someone was to say that to you in real life, and you're saying like, well, what was he convicted of? I'm like, well, that's not my job. Like, like what kind of excuse would they have for not knowing what he was convicted of? And be like, okay, well, then you just admitted that you don't care. You're just told what to fucking think.
And be like, then you should probably look into it if you're gonna keep pushing this narrative.
Yeah. I don't think it matters anymore. I don't think people need to have the facts anymore.
No.
Shit. So AOC gonna be there for
She's not even
2028.
35?
She'll be 35 this October, according to Brad.
Huh.
Hey, Brad, I sent the link if you wanted to jump in here. I don't know where you were asking about this earlier, but you're more than welcome. And then she goes on to talk about how they need. Well, I'll let her finish because she says something kind of dumb here, I think, and it'd be funny to laugh at.
Is
Doesn't
what the
everything
president,
she
I
say
believe,
kind of
that the
dumb?
president needs to do, and I have communicated this, what the president and the White House should do in order to make sure that we win in November. And that is making sure that we pivot and working and increasingly commit to the issues that are critically important to working people across this country. How are we going to expand Medicare? How are we going to expand Social Security? How are we going to provide relief to people's rent and mortgages? And if we
What
By
does that
electing Donald Trump.
mean?
Sorry, what were you going to say?
By providing relief to people's rents and mortgages, like, how do you do that? Let's do something with inflation, and then let's not be giving illegal immigrants Social Security checks And
Yeah, stop printing money. That's a good start.
Yeah, stop printing money. But it's almost what she really wants to come out is say like we need to get rid of private property, so you don't have to
that'll
pay
go
rent.
well.
So that's really what she wants to say.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Coming from her.
We can do that and continue our work on student loans, secure a ceasefire.
continue your unconstitutional work on student loans, you fucking cunt. Still would.
And bring those dollars back into investing in public policy, then that's how we win in November.
You can
that's
be
what
hot
I'm
and
committed
still
to,
be dumb.
and that's what I want to make sure that we see.
Yeah, I had an entire stream about that on Saturday about Alana Pierce.
Yeah, exactly. Great example.
I've got one more video. So she's all in. Biden's the man. Biden's the man. I got one more video. Hopefully I've got it here. Oh no, I don't have it. It's got to be here somewhere.
Oh no.
It'll be easy to find if it's not. Okay. That's weird. X.com.
Whoa. Are you sure you can show that on stream?
Oh, you didn't know they've actually changed it to X.com.
I know. I was messing with you.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? It's not going to be the first one to show up. Come on. Here we go.
And it took them long enough, though. I was like, until it's, every time it's like, it's X. It's like, nope, it's still Twitter.com. Yeah. Then they finally made the change. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll occasionally start calling it X.
All right. Here's this wonderful woman. I'll try and break it up because they're gonna copyright the shit out of me for this.
Everyone on this show is some of the dumbest people on earth.
I know. I wonder if it's always been like that. Like, was it always like this when Barbara Walters started this?
Barbara Walters was on The View?
Yeah, the View's been on forever.
I did not know that. But I've never watched. The only View I've ever seen is when people show these clips to dunk on how dumb they are.
Yeah. I remember when I'd be like a kid staying home sick, and that would be like the thing that came on after The Price was Right or some shit. But I'm taking it you haven't seen this clip from today of Whoopi Goldberg.
I don't think so. I've seen plenty of dumb clips from her, but I'm not sure if I've seen this one. If it came out today, I don't think so.
This is about her loyalty for Joe Biden.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I'm just going to add my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together.
She's got some high
standards. Still want him to be president. God,
she's got some high fucking standards.
Dumb that you sound. He doesn't have to be mentally competent. I'm still going to vote for him for president.
Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time.
Being able to put okay, you know what? I am willing to give you shitting your pants does not make you incapable of being president.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just let you have that one. But being able to communicate and put it together a sentence matters a whole lot.
Yes. I could I could agree with that.
If you want to be president, I really don't want the president wearing diapers, shitting his pants while trying to be fucking diplomatic with other foreign leaders. But we'll just chalk that one up to you. The not being able to put a sentence together, you're a retard.
Yeah. That should be bare minimum.
Yep, exactly. I don't care what condition Biden is in as long as he has a pulse. That's all this is.
That's what they said during his first campaign. They're like, we just need your corporeal form.
Yeah, that's literally what it was. I'm just here to hold the space.
Time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to quit then and say, you can't talk to women like this, or you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what, I got it, and gave 4 years. So, yeah, I have poopy days all the time.
Really? I don't. But you're old, so I guess maybe you do.
I don't know if she's that old. She is huge. Maybe that plays into it.
I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not
proud of
running the
that?
world.
She's what she's trying to admit is she's not a perfect human. She's using a weird analogy to
Like, no, really. Shocker.
But I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point. So I'm just simply saying, yeah, there are 2 debates. And if he can't do what he needs to do for the second debate, I'll join any crew that says get rid of him. But loyalty to me, if you are doing the job, I might not like everything you're doing.
every time I hear this, when someone says he's getting the job done, I'm like, what do you mean? What is he doing? And they're going to come back with their bullshit jobs numbers after coming back from COVID and all of that. And it's like, no, that's anyone. I could have done that.
Bringing back jobs lost due to COVID does not count as new jobs.
Hold on. What does it say? I think you guys are discounting the significance of Biden pooping his pants during a high-level negotiation. It's biological warfare. The smell will force Putin to capitulate. All right. Oh, you know what? Brad's got a point here. Dumb whoopee. The second debate is in September. Try taking him off the ballot, taking him off the ticket then. Early voting has started. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. So look, I know there's rules. There's rules to all of this. But rules, what good are rules if they can't be changed? Like we've been changing the voting rules all the time. Now they're going to be like, well, no one on the Democratic Party is able to vote. Blah blah blah. They're going to come up with some sort of crap to appeal to people's emotions that are going to allow these states, where the states and themselves will allow people to be able to change. There's some sort of shenanigans are going to take place.
It's funny. I just pulled up my Twitter feed, and the first thing I see is from Cat Turd saying, "In the entire United States of America, is there anyone dumber than Whoopi Goldberg?" What great timing!
Stephen King? No. Fuck. What's his name?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's up there. Oh my God.
Give me some.
Fucking Luke Skywalker.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
He's a dumb one too.
Mark Hamill is really up there. Oh, Rob Reiner. Yep, Rob Reiner. You know what? We need to have like a weird like dipshits of America tournament.
Do a whole bracket like March Madness.
Yeah. And like,
dude, that'd be great.
The shittiest tweet, like have like their shit tweets go up against each other and have people vote on them.
Oh my God, that'd be fun.
Is there anyone dumber than Whoopi? Do we have that much time? I think that might be a fun idea. That might be an idea. I'm gonna see how I can do something like that. Oh, Kamala, yeah. See, I don't know anything about Cori Bush. I know who she is, but I don't know.
I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about
much
her.
for mental retardation. My brother's cooking. My house smells.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's okay at the moment. We'll see how this
good
goes.
cook or a bad cook.
It could be worse, could be better.
It all.
No, is Steve your brother?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stand behind you like those guys stand behind the guy who should have been the person people were talking about saying, yeah, Biden had a bad day, but this guy couldn't tell the truth if it split his lip. But nobody said that, but I'm...
And you see, and they never say what he lied about because he didn't lie about anything. They can't, whereas Biden lied about no one in the armed forces dying on his watch. But I believe he literally said that, and he was at a funeral for people and was getting shit for looking at his watch.
Yeah, that was not a good look.
He also tried to pull the very fine people thing on both sides. Both sides had very fine people.
On both sides or both sides?
Yeah, both sides had very fine people. What I don't. It's been so freaking.
I'm just giving you crap about it because so many people say both. It's like there's no L.
Oh, did I say both?
It sounded like it.
Oh,
And they make fun. They make fun of that red versus blue. It's like seriously, dude, you sound like such an ass when you say it that way. There's no L.
I'm gonna have to start paying attention to that because now I don't know if I say
Timmy
both
Pool says
or
both.
both.
And it drives me nuts.
Oh, he says okay, both.
Both. There's no L. It's both. Seriously, dude, like an ass. That's red versus blue.
I haven't seen red versus blue since forever. Since it was just red versus blue and not Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Anna said that, I believe, or something. She's not quite as colorful as I am. But the question now
Give me a
is,
chance.
the question now is, because lots of Democrats are coming out saying, oh, find somebody else. But when we tried to do that with DT, this is my new way of
He has now become the name that must not be said.
So, I thought that meant she was tight with him. Yeah, me and DT. They go
He's
way back.
No, they're turning him into Voldemort.
Yeah, I was trying to because I don't know Harry Potter, and I don't remember what I was talking about. I was asking someone the other day. I was like, what's that guy that he shall not be named? Voldemort. Yeah, it's like I don't even know it was something political, but I remember I couldn't remember his name. I was like, they're doing this with whoever I was talking about. They don't want to name him. It was probably something political, but yeah, they don't even want to say his name.
just describing him. When we said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no. The people chose him. We can't take him off the ballot.
There's more to it than just that, but yeah. So she's all in for Poopy Pants McBiden.
Oh, another one to put on the bracket. There's a couple other clucking hens from The View. Joy Behar and
Joy Behar, yeah.
What's the other one?
The mixed chick. The one that does all the race baiting.
Yeah. I forget.
I don't remember her name either. She too is also kind of attractive and just a complete retard.
Wow, Joy Behar is 81. I did not realize that.
Damn.
She does look good for her age, but she's freaking stupid. Let's see if I can find Whoopi. Not seeing the name I would recognize.
Sunny. Okay, yeah, Sunny Hostin or Hostin or whatever. Sunny.
Okay, that's not who is that who I was thinking of? I'm looking up the View host right now, and I don't think that's who I was thinking of.
Sunny is who I was thinking of. She is the biggest race baiter out there.
Maybe it's just another dumb woman that maybe has shown up once or twice, but isn't actually one of the regular hosts. Yeah, I'm not even seeing who I'm thinking of on here. So, yeah, Joy Behar, she could definitely be on that list, on that bracket.
So we got one last clip from CNN here. Overall, this Joe Biden staying in the race garbage.
Oh,
in reality,
Whoa, that's really loud.
that's Tapper, right?
Yeah.
72% of voters say that they believe President Biden is too old. That's according to CNN's most recent polling. Voters have been saying this for quite a long time.
Oh, really? How long? Huh.
The reality is that the Democratic elites are mostly late to acknowledge the.
You don't say.
How
Insert shocked Pikachu face.
there should be some sort of paradox thing going on with him using the phrase Democrat elites being late to catch up. Dude, that's you. Like there should be some sort of black hole vacuum thing going on right now.
Or the Nick Cage. You don't say. Meme.
Yeah.
That would fit well here as well.
These age and ability issues compared to the rest of the public. The elites have been forced to reckon with it after the debate just 11 days ago.
Who are these elites that you're talking about? Who are you talking about?
He's
If
like, not
you're
me,
one of them.
but
Who the
those elites over there. Definitely not me.
Is he talking about the deep state? Who are the elites that he is talking about? Because it's clearly not him. He's known this whole time.
Yeah, he's on top of these things and definitely not in denial about it.
Oh, this is from a phone call from this morning. Joe Biden called into the Morning Joe show.
Look at my career. I've not had many of those nights. It was a terrible night, and I really regret it happened. But the fact of the matter is, how can you assure you're going to be on faith that can intervene on your way to go to, work tomorrow?
What?
Was he calling from a walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
Why is the quality so terrible?
So earlier, Brad shared a clip of this with me, and he's like, "Is this real?" Like wondering if it wasn't AI or something. It does sound like shit. I don't know why he's calling from his pocket. It's really weird that the audio isn't good, but I don't think it's AI.
Age wasn't, the idea I'm too old.
The fact of the matter is, how can you assure you're going to be out on your way to go, work tomorrow? Age wasn't, the idea that I'm too old.
Wait,
Keep in mind,
I'm assuming that was him just recapping what Biden said, and it wasn't him losing his cognitive
that was him quoting
abilities. Okay. Just want to make sure, because I know that's what leftists like to do with Trump when he's mocking Biden. They're like, look at how dumb he is. It's like you realize that he's basically making fun of Biden.
I forgot this is what the media claimed. The media was fooled by the White. That's what they were trying to run with for a little while there. I forgot all about that.
that soundbite is supposed to be reassuring to those Democratic supporters who have gone wobbly. Many Democratic officials with whom I've spoken are worried that President Biden and his family and his inner circle appear to be in complete denial, not just about whatever might be wrong with him, but the state of his candidacy right now.
You see, I don't think Joe Biden's inner circle has any say on any of this stuff at all. I don't think there's any, I don't think anyone in that circle has any control.
Okay. That made me think of, I think it was on CobraCast on Friday. DJ Cobra put up a poll of who do you think has more power over Biden, Jill or Obama? Like, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know if Obama's come out and said that he supported Joe or not, like since the debate, right?
Okay.
I know he's obviously said it before the debate, but I mean, since the debate, if he's made any public statements.
I haven't heard any.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think Obama had people pulling his strings too. I think that's why we saw the change we saw with Trump, is there was less strings to be able to pull. They had to manipulate him. So that's why that's just part of why I just don't think it's going to be Joe. Either that or there's going to be some crazy shit that goes down. So you haven't seen any of the stuff with France, right?
No, I have no idea.
I'm not going to pretend like I know how France and their elections and their government works or anything like that. But they had a few weeks ago, they had an election that everything went towards the right. There was an election and the right just cleaned the floor. And then they've got some rule where Macron was able to call some sort of emergency election. And
is that, I've heard that name. Is that France's current president?
Yeah, that's France's current president.
Okay.
And so he called some sort of emergency election, which takes 2 weeks to do.
Can do that
so it's like they put the election out like 4 to 6 weeks after Macron declared it, right? Like this is all part of the process. And then there's a part 1 and then a part 2. And part 1 was another landslide for the right. And then part 2 was a landslide for the left in such a way that the left was able to take the majority. And what happened was like the normal liberals teamed up with the commie socialist liberals in France, and they were able to do some sort of rigging, but legal rigging. I'll say that
They secured their election.
Yes, they secured their election by teaming with people that they didn't necessarily like, but they had more common interests with, and have brought in they brought in commies to the French government. Now I'm going to show an image here. This image is there is a community note on this, but I don't think the community note really speaks much to this, because it's like, yes, we get it, but this is also just what the popular vote looks like. So Marine Le Pen's National Rally Party won every single French department except for Paris in the EU elections. Every single department. That's like Trump winning every single state except DC. And I believe, and I'm supposed to believe, they came third in the parliamentary elections. No way. So the French electoral system for the European Parliament elections is not proportional with single national constituency. Therefore, parties do not win the single department. Right? No, but this is the voting. This is how it was voted on. You don't necessarily win, but this is how it was voted on. This is saying something. This is a statement. But never mind.
It's basically their version of the 3 a.m. ballot dump.
So now I want to see if I've got video of the celebration over in France. Yes. So this is the celebration from yesterday's election results. Keep in mind, this is France, supposedly.
I don't see any French flags.
Yeah, this is just one of the things I've got. Let me see if I've got the other one here.
Where are all the French?
Yep. Crap, I didn't get the other picture. There's another picture with them with like big old signs about how like French is for immigration and all this stuff, and like France has some serious immigration issues with people committing crimes.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds like to a much greater level than we hear here. France is also a much smaller area than this country, but so that was all yesterday, and it reminded me of these videos that I saw the day after the 4th of July. This is a 4th of July parade in New York, in Manhattan, New York. Make sure the volume's not too loud. Last one to blow my ears out. This is 4th of July parade.
I don't know what Palestine has to do with 4th of July.
This doesn't look like America at all. This is not Americana.
Nope. I don't see any American flags in there either.
We're not done. This is from the same area of this country on the 4th of July.
Oh, there's two American flags.
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, I did miss that.
Death to America, suck my dick.
Then why are you here?
That's what the guy
Leave.
said to the people holding the American flags on Independence Day. Let's see what else happens.
All these people should be deported too.
The invasion started, people.
If you hate our country, you should not be here.
The invasion has started. Something weird is going to happen. And Joe Biden completely supports it and wants to see more of it. This is a statement he released today on HR 821, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act. It is already illegal for non-citizens to vote in federal elections. It is a federal crime punishable by prison and fines.
Shouldn't be allowed to vote in any election.
There is. So there is. He's right. It is illegal, but there is a byline in this law that says unless you didn't know. So you could be an illegal immigrant and vote. Wait, no. I'm sorry. The byline is you cannot vote if you do vote as an illegal immigrant. If you did not know it was, if you thought you were a citizen, that's okay. So you could think that it was okay for you to vote, like you thought you were a citizen, and therefore that's not against the law.
This is the kind of stuff that starts civil wars.
They want a civil war. The people in charge want a civil war. I don't see anything because there's so much division, and it's only gotten worse. Like back in 2016, when Trump was coming along, in 2015 and everything, and everyone was calling everyone racist and stuff, and that was all horseshit and whatnot. Well, now I'm seeing like a lot of weird racist shit on the internet and everything now. And they have created this by pushing all of these crazy narratives. They've got people wanting to behave like that. And it's absolutely disgusting. And it's very unfortunate that people are forgetting what it's like to be normal.
Yeah, it's like we just want things to be normal. You know, people, only freaking legitimate citizens should be allowed to vote. And yet they're like, no, that's racist. It's like,
yeah,
God,
it's racist to ask for an ID. Unless if you need to buy a pack of Newports, you better have that ID.
And we're supposed to be the bad guys.
So let's see, what else does he go on to say? The alleged justification for this bill is based on an easily disproven falsehood. Additionally, making a false claim of citizenships or unlawfully voting in an election is punishable by removal from the United States and a permanent bar to admission. Unless they didn't know, unless they thought they were a citizen, unless they thought they could vote, that doesn't matter. That law is fucking pointless. So yeah, Joe Biden only wants more of this. We are importing our own demise. Now, actually, is that importing when you're like not doing it?
Well, like the government is bringing the people in, flying people illegal all over the country, and enforcing the Border Patrol's inability to do their job, removing barbed wire to keep people out, removing borders on the border,
trying to prevent a state from being able to protect its own border.
It's freaking insane.
Like, I don't know.
Is complicit in, I don't know if treason is the word, but pretty close to it.
Oh, I think it is treason. I think treason is the word. He's not doing his job. He's supposed to be protecting the border, because that helps with many things for the people who already live here legally. And you know what? To all the people who think the illegal immigrants, and you know what? That's the thing, is they don't call them illegals. They have masterfully been able to convert so many people to not use the word illegal when it comes to these illegal immigrants
Yeah.
that these people don't what do you even call that? It's like
Criminal aliens is the correct term.
brainwashing. People have been fucking brainwashed.
It's like, that's not nice to them. It's like, they're freaking criminals. Doesn't matter what their intent is. There's so many people that are coming across the border that are more dangerous than someone just, these people that they're like, oh, they're just trying to make a better life for themselves. Like, no. Well, sure, there may be a few, but that's not most of what's coming across the border.
So I did want to point out something else. Yeah, we're just letting.
It's just like a little while ago when Biden apologized for calling one of the criminal alien murderers an illegal alien instead of apologizing.
And then he apologized,
instead of apologizing to the family of the person who was murdered because of his policies.
Let me see if I can find this clip. Yeah, here it is.
It's hard not to be black-pilled.
Dude, I was fighting it. I'm fighting it pretty good. Like, okay, I'm going to turn the volume down on this. I was fighting it pretty hard because everything's stupid. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something about why I was fighting the black pill this last weekend here. Did you see the clip of Joe Biden and the black girl? I know you were kind of unplugged. You were out and about doing your own thing. So all the conservatives were out sharing this clip of Joe Biden at some event from this weekend.
I don't think I've seen this.
Back down. Don't need the volume. So he's over there taking a picture with some big fat white guy. And then he skips this black girl, right?
No, I have not seen this.
And so like everyone's making a big deal out of it. And like this was everywhere. All the big conservative talking heads were pointing this out, and they're like, and this was the moment she was voting for Trump and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? I got another video for you. Let me make sure that one stopped. I got another video for you here. I'm guessing this was moments before that video started. So yeah.
Hey, which one of those videos came first?
So you mean which one did I see first?
I think you played them in the order that they actually happened.
Yes, I did play them in the order that they actually happened. As far as the timeline of this event, I'm unsure of which one is before the other one. You know what I mean? But I'm just sick of everyone fucking lying to make some sort of point. Let's be normal, people. Let's be fucking normal.
That's very difficult for a lot of these people. They're so far gone off the deep end.
I don't want to have to use Brian Krassenstein tweets to prove you fucking wrong.
That's one of those other leftist shills with their heads so far in the sand, right?
So, okay. So, yeah. Duke's saying he heard that the second video you showed was before the first. That's what I thought.
Oh.
I in the timeline of those, of how that laid out, I thought that the second one was technically before the first one, which would make sense as to why he would have, quote unquote, skipped her, right? Because he had already given her a hug. As a matter of fact, he gave her a hug first.
Okay. I thought maybe it was you played them in the order that they happened, and you realized, no, I skipped someone and came back.
No, I played them in the order of their viralness.
Their virality.
Yeah, their virality. Which one came first, right? And that means. But I'm just so tired of both sides. Like, Static, come on. This video will win us the election. Let's not focus on home prices or grocery stores. Oh, wait, don't care about the cost of gas anymore. Yeah. You know, I haven't bought a tank of gas in like a month.
I bought, yeah, I don't buy a whole lot of gas now either, especially
Yeah,
working from home. But I did fill up before I went up to the mountains on my birthday,
Yeah.
so I did fill up my tank.
I've been fortunate in that way to a degree. Just cleaning up my bookmarks here, going over the things we've already discussed. Oh, what was this? Oh, this is another clip from the what you call it? The parade in Manhattan.
One of the ones that we already watched.
Yeah. It was just a different clip, but it was so like if you remember the first one, there was that one where you could see like the flare. This one's like right next to the dude that's holding one of the flares.
Okay.
I don't even know. Biden wants everyone to vote down the bill that will require people to show ID. We're going to keep letting in all these people.
I don't. Just like earlier, I was saying I can't comprehend the TDS. I can't comprehend how anyone could be like, yeah, let's allow illegals to vote. How could anyone be that dumb?
Well, it's because they've been convinced that they're just humans, right? And you're not wrong. They're humans, right?
That doesn't give you the right to vote in elections of countries you're not a citizen of.
That's it's like, okay, so then you're cool if I just go down to Africa and start voting in elections. Not like I would want to, but you'd be all right with me trying to alter the way that they live their lives?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I doubt it. Not that they would have anyone I'd vote for.
Why would you give someone who has no vested interest in the well-being of your country the power to influence its direction?
Have you seen all the stuff about the Plan 2025 or whatever it is?
A little bit.
So I don't know if you were on that episode or whatever, but we covered some of like the education stuff and everything. And technically, Trump has nothing to do with it or anything. But what we do have is this is a tweet from Laura Loomer. Everyone was tweeting this out. The RNC Platform Committee just passed the Republican Party platform for the 2024. All 20 platforms are listed below. Let's take a look at that list. Oh, let me try and see if I can't make this easier for you guys to see. Open image a new tab.
Yeah, Duke is saying it's like, yeah, that's one thing that the Republicans have to come out and talk about. Normies shouldn't be happy to hear that Dems are okay with illegals voting. Yeah. Especially with the southern border invasion, just making everything easier for them. Not much easier to see.
Yeah. I don't know. So this is what the RNC would like to see from the president, from the next Republican candidate. Seal the border and stop the migrant invasion.
That's a good number one.
Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history.
Great number two.
End inflation and make America affordable again.
So far, so good.
Yeah,
You're on a great
one and three are really tough to decide which one has a higher priority. I guess one helps three. Make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. That sounds like a fucking Trump line. By far.
It's going to be huge.
Stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Large tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips.
That's good. Not as big as the other ones, but
I think no tax on tips is huge.
Can we just have no tax?
No tax on tips would be a
No s-
game changer.
No sales tax, no income tax. Yeah, just get rid of tax. It's all
Well, yeah, we could do
all
that.
theft anyways.
It was a few weeks ago. Trump dropped the. I've looked into the income tax thing.
Because some
About-
states don't
about
have it.
pending. Right? Yeah. Well, those are and that's state, and they obviously come from you for they come for you from in property taxes and such.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. So, number 7, defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms.
That arguably could be.
That should
number one.
almost left unsaid. Like
Yeah.
is
It's sad that we
is
have to
the job.
specify.
That is
supporting
literally
those.
the job of the president. The job of the president is to defend our fucking Constitution. It's not to defend our safety or anything. It is to defend the Constitution.
Yeah, the Constitution was put in place to protect the people from government overreach, not the other way around.
Exactly. Prevent World War III. That would be lovely. Restore peace in Europe. What? Restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East. Oh, we got Ukraine. And build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over the entire country. This has got to be a joke, right?
This is all
made
straight
in
out of Trump's talking points. This just came from the RNC.
Build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country. I don't know if I believe that this is actually real. End the weaponization of the government against the American people. I would love to see that.
That'd be
Good
great.
luck.
Get rid of all those corrupt 3-letter agencies.
Yeah. Stop the migrant crime epidemic. Well, I mean, that kind of gets crushed with the first one, right?
Mhm.
Demolish foreign drug cartels. That would be cool. Crush gang violence and lock up violent offenders.
Make criminality criminal again.
Yeah. Make being a criminal again. Rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. That's going to be impossible. Strengthen and modernize our military, making it, without question, the strongest and most powerful in the world. That's going to take more time than one president. You're going to have to weed out all the dipshits at the top.
No more of these. I have
No
two
more men
moms
in skirts.
recruiting videos. I have
How
two
about
moms.
let's just get rid of the dudes in skirts that are running things.
That too.
Let's just start there. Fight and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age.
Oh, I think you skipped 13.
Did I? Oh, keep the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. I understand the importance of that, but I don't know if that actually matters. And also, that might be too late because I hear Saudi and Russia have already dropped it, and others. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate. Yes, cancel the electric
That's
vehicle
freaking
mandate. Cut costly
stupid.
burden. Yes.
Cut
federal
trying
funding.
to do that here in California. They don't even have the freaking energy infrastructure to support everyone driving electric vehicles.
Oh, they're fully aware of that. They don't care. They just don't want you going anywhere. That's why they're taxing people for moving out. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial or sexual or political content and on our children. Yes, I feel like that's really low on the list. Should maybe move up some.
Yeah, that should be higher.
Keep men out of women's sports. I can't believe that's a sentence that has to be written. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. So does that mean if they're an American citizen, you're going to kick them out? Because there's a lot of American citizens that are doing that. There's also the people that are here on their visas or whatever, but most of them are American citizens that are pro-Hamas. Secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. That would be nice. Don't see it happening. Unite our country by bringing it to new and record levels of success, except there's people who are going to deny any sort of success that's seen. It's a nice list. Oh, okay. Do your thing. Neo's got to take a leak or something. I don't know. So I think it's a list. I think it's a good list. I think I don't know about the missile, the fucking building an Iron Dome over the entire country. Obviously, they don't mean literally, but I don't see that happening. So that is the stuff that the Republicans have come out with and talk about. Normies will not be happy to hear the Dems are okay with illegals voting. Will the normies even hear about it? Are the normies watching the news? I don't think they know anything. I think there are people who have their head so firmly planted in the sand, they're going to get fucked. So that's right. You now have an EV. They're not for everyone. I don't want one because I don't have a family and multiple cars. I only have one car, so I would never own just an EV, even though they want to make me own just an EV or pay more for the other one. So let's see. What else is there? I don't want to go into anything while Neo is away. Oh, you know what? Here's something fun we can watch. There's something fun. We got man on the street. Well, kind of man on the street. Just a dude shooting a video of himself as he sees his politician, and he goes up and shakes his hand. Kinda. This is great.
Hey, this is Eric out here with Democratic Virginia Senator Joe Morrissey. He was convicted of sleeping with a minor in 2014 and distribution of child pornography. We're out here rocking with the pedophiles, baby. Democratic Party for the win.
So this is a senator. I wonder, I'm going to have to look up to see if he is currently a senator. But in 2014, convicted of distributing CP and sleeping with the minor. Goddamn. I'm gonna look up Joe Morrissey right now. Let's see what we got here. Former Virginia. What is it? Former Richmond City Commonwealth Attorney, former Virginia delegate, former Virginia State Senator for the 16th District. So he was a local senator that was an absolutely terrible person. And you know what? To be honest, going back and looking at this, not enough shame on his face. Not enough shame on his face. You can see he dropped, the smile dropped, but not nearly enough shame on his face. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah. So, what I miss?
Oh, I was just watching a video of this guy walking up to someone who used to be a Virginia state senator, one of their local politicians. He's just recorded. He's like, "Hey, this is Joe Morrissey, former Virginia state senator. In 2014, he was convicted of distributing CP and sleeping with a minor. Way to go, Democrats!"
That's hilarious.
Oh, you know what? So we've been talking about like Biden's mental decline and everything. And so someone put together this like clip of Trump looking like he didn't know what was going on. It's a little montage here. So I figured it'd be interesting to, I don't have a video of a Joe montage, but we all know what Joe looks like. Joe looks like Cornolio. He looks like fucking Mr. Burns.
Cornolio.
Like Like, he's doing the hands thing. He's doing like,
Mr. Burns.
yep. So let's take a look at how they think what Donald Trump looks like with him being, what would the word be? Starts with D. You know what I mean. I'm having a Joe Biden moment. Leave me alone.
Dementia.
Yes, when he's looking dementia-y.
Dementia.
Very much.
That was an absent-minded moment for Trump. Okay. If you say so.
Oh, what was absent-minded about that?
So this is him being absent-minded. This is the leftists putting together a bunch of clips of Donald Trump being absent-minded, not knowing where he's going. Just like when Joe Biden doesn't know where he's going when he gets off a stage.
That looked like he knew where he was going.
Yeah, this is what the whole montage is.
Very much.
So it's like Mike Pence had to tell him something, and he just leaves.
No, it's reaching.
This is him completely ignoring the fucking Israeli prime minister. Like, that was mindless. Was it mindless or was it intentional? Because maybe he doesn't like, what's his name? Netanyahu.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's who that is.
Yeah. And so this is him. He's just getting off the plane here. He's like, oh, nope, you're over there in that vehicle, sir. I don't know, man. Looks like a lot of cope.
Yeah, they are reaching. They got nothing.
So this is another one where he's leaving the podium, and they say, hey, wait, you're supposed to go this way. Oops, okay. Oh, no, he does it again. He goes off stage the wrong way. But he doesn't look anything like Joe Biden. He doesn't look feeble. He's just like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go this way or whatever, He is completely there, people. He at least understands what is happening.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently that was a Morning Joe clip. Wow, is that really what MSNBC put together? Holy hell. That is terrible. Oh, that's embarrassing. If MSNBC put that together, that is embarrassing. Wow. Let's see. And there was Joe Biden saying ho, ho, ho on the 4th of July. So I've got this one clip. It's a little spicy. I haven't watched the clip itself. But the tweet reads, SB 1414 is a proposal. Oh, maybe you've heard about this. But because it has to deal with your state.
Oh, yeah.
SB 1414 is a proposal to make felony to purchase children for adult acts in California. So it's to make it a felony to purchase children.
And it wasn't already?
Or sex in California.
How is that not already a felony?
I don't know.
I mean,
but there's been some weird clips. We played a weird clip a few weeks ago about some woman in California, some local politician in California being sick. I'm sick and tired of acting like we're not selling these kids. And yeah, it's really weird, and that's what she said. So this is a different room, but the rest of the tweet reads: woke activist groups oppose this bill by complaining that it will harm the LGBTQ community and people or color. Maybe he meant of color. Dems already watered the bill down. So let's see what this clip has to say here. I'm sorry. That's right. I am fake news. I'm wrong. Biden wasn't confusing the 4th of July with Christmas. When he said ho ho ho, he was acknowledging Kamala. That's right. She was there. I do believe she might have introduced him before he said that. You're absolutely right. That's probably what he's saying. Look at that ho ho ho. Let's see what these people in this government hearing have to say. Oh, look, someone's wearing a mask.
We believe that SB 1414 takes an overly punitive approach that fails to address the root causes of these issues and will not effectively stop sexual violence.
Yeah,
We are
I was just going to ask you if you could remove the
Yeah.
comment so I could see what that said down there at the bottom.
Solicitation of a minor. What the hell? This is in Grove. Is that what that is? Does that sound right to you?
I don't know where that is because I was thinking it might have said Elk Grove. I just couldn't see it because Elk Grove is like right down the street.
Oh, okay.
particularly concerned that the harsher penalties proposed in this bill will disproportionately impact marginalized communities, especially members of the LGBTQ community, who already suffer.
What an interesting thing to say.
This have to do with any
soliciting a minor might impact the alphabet people. That's pretty telling. What's up, Iron Oxide?
Hail, Iron.
How do those two things have anything to do with each other unless you're suggesting that the alphabet people are pedophiles? That's what her words are saying right now.
Duke, I think you should go visit California and set these fuckers straight. This is disgusting.
What an odd thing
biases
to say.
within the criminal justice system, particularly when it comes to sexually based offenses. Studies.
Okay, hold on. We've got to run this back a little bit here.
LGBTQ community, who already suffer from systematic biases within the criminal justice system, particularly when it comes to sexually based offenses. Studies have
Okay, so she's going to bust out her studies here. Let's hear what this is.
shown that LGBTQ people, particularly gay and transgendered individuals, are more likely to be charged with sex offenses compared to their heterosexual counterparts.
Why? Why is that happening? Is that I don't understand why you're using that as a way to say that this law shouldn't happen, because if those are rightful convictions and guilty people went to jail or whatever, I don't see your point. Am I crazy?
Yeah. Why are we giving special treatment to these people? If you did a crime, you should have some punishment, regardless of whatever the F you identify as.
This is a dumb bitch.
I can't understand.
For instance,
how
LGBTQ
anybody can
individuals
freaking support something like.
I don't.
Yeah, let's not make this a felony. I mean, I still don't understand how this is not already a felony to begin with, but let's not make it a felony. No, I'm not pedophile. No, don't. I've got nothing to hide. Yeah, sure. Likely story.
heterosexual counterparts. For instance, LGBTQ individuals are 9 times more likely to be charged with sodomy.
9 times more likely to be charged with sodomy. I wonder why.
Maybe because the people in this community, not all of them, but have a much higher propensity to be, let's just put it nicely and say, not normal.
Yeah, okay. How about because it's so big because sodomy is all that part of the LGBTQ community has?
Measures like SB 1414 lead to higher rates of incarceration, longer sentences, and increased difficulties in finding housing and employment.
This is a terrible argument.
Yeah.
This is going to make more people go to jail. These people should be in jail. If you're selling a child for sex, you should be in jail. If you're buying a child for sex, you should be in jail.
And that's putting it nicely.
So I'm not a wood chipper person. You want to know what I am? I am a make that person their life as miserable as fucking possible for the rest of their life. Put their ass in Guantanamo or some shit and make it miserable. Because death is too easy of an escape for them.
Okay. Yeah. I can understand that argument.
Today, EBC must strongly oppose Senate Bill 1414 for the reasons I will state. We stand against any punitive measure that perpetuates systemic injustices, and we
That's a woman, by the way.
emphasize instead the need for community-based solutions. We strongly support investments in victim services and programs to provide housing and
We can do that at the same time. We can do that at the same damn time.
Why are you wearing a mask, God?
They're
Young,
ugly.
healthy people wearing masks is just
Ugly.
like every time I see them, I want to freaking slap the bejesus out of them. Like, how stupid are you?
Look at the way this woman's dressed. She hates herself.
other alternatives to help people escape trafficking. We are concerned that the park
Are you sure that isn't Will Wheaton? You might be right, Kel. You might be right.
It might be. Good one, Kel.
harsher penalties contained in this bill will disproportionately impact marginalized communities, particularly Black and Brown individuals who
What are you saying? This is going to disproportionately affect marginalized communities, include like Black and Brown people. What the hell are you saying?
So you're saying that these people are more frequent to solicit a minor?
What does any of this have to do with soliciting a minor for sex? That's the question. Yeah, these people are absolutely insane. I don't even know how. Like,
talk about reaching for the stars.
Could you imagine if you like worked with this woman and you didn't, and like let's say she just worked like, you know, she's your secretary or something, like, and you saw this clip, like, holy hell. Or, you know, she's just the other data processor that sits next to you in the other cube or something, like,
who already bear the brunt of systemic biases within our criminal justice system. Under current California law, defendants could face years or even decades in prison for sexual violence committed against a minor.
As they should. And that's putting it lightly. They should be a lot worse than that. Why are you arguing for criminals to not have criminal penalties?
What is this? What is this? This is people not wanting any sort of jail. They think jail is wrong. This, work with me here. I'm doing things in my brain, right?
It's not fair to put criminals in prison for their own acts. They shouldn't be held accountable for what they do. It's all the white people's fault.
So my natural
the white
reaction,
straight people, that's their fault. They're the ones who should be in jail for causing these minorities to have to do these things.
So, okay, hear me out. It's people like this that want the Sith to be misunderstood.
Yes, it is.
It's people like this that want you to feel empathy and sorrow for fucking Sauron of the Lord of the Rings. It is this commie mentality that is, I don't know if you saw the tweet that was going around about Rings of Power coming out.
No, it's just Rings of Power is not Lord of the Rings.
Fair enough. But it's that
like
kind
Disney,
of, this is the same exact mentality. This is the commie horse shit of there's no such thing as good or evil. And
yeah, I remember that one idiot was saying that about the Acolyte. You know, there's no good or evil. It's like, yeah, there freaking is, you moron. Do you know the first thing about Star Wars? Obviously not.
That's
why
point.
They want these people for stuff like Acolyte.
Damn it, Duke. No. We live in a world of sexy Sith now.
He's he's not Sith, but Disney can call him whatever the heck they want. But there is some sexy Sith in the EU. Darth Talon.
Oh, are you a Ventress fan?
No, no, Darth Talon.
Oh, I don't even know.
That's from the Legacy era with Cade Skywalker. It's like 150 years after the movies.
Okay. All right, let's see what else these retards have to say. Apparently, black people do terrible things with children, brown people do terrible things with children, and all the gays do terrible things with children.
And they shouldn't be held accountable for it
And they
because
shouldn't be
they're
held accountable.
minorities. So
I hope this video comes out and these people get punked when they go back home. Like,
I think I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it on our stream, probably, because this is really the only time I talk about like politics, but it's like that clip from Family Guy with Quagmire's dad, like, oh, I'm transgender, and the bartender's like, oh, in that case, do whatever the hell you want all the time.
yeah.
It's like you have a different set of rules for you. I mean, it basically is that, but it shouldn't be.
Absolutely, 100% correct. That's exactly what this is.
Exactly, yeah.
Not just 6 months in jail, as Senator Grove and prosecutors have previously claimed. Furthermore, the approach outlined in SB 1414 diverts resources from vital programs and services aimed at supporting survivors of human trafficking and sexual exploitation, opting instead to increase funding for lengthy jail terms. Our research has shown that punitive measures such as lengthy incarceration and registries do little to prevent crime or protect communities. Instead, they perpetuate cycles of incarceration, exacerbating the very problems they are meant to address. Rather than investing in punitive measures, we should be investing in community-based solutions that address the underlying issues driving exploitation. We should instead support survivors.
And real quick, good night, dude. Have a good one.
Good night.
Yeah, why can't we have punitive measures and a fucking support for the victims? That makes sense to me.
No, you can only have one or the other.
Right.
In healing and rebuilding their lives with access to housing and funding for service providers. Given this, we respectfully urge you to oppose SB 1414. Thank you.
Thank you.
And respectful opposition.
Oh, mass people. I wonder what they have to say.
In respectful opposition. I'm also registering opposition on behalf of Just Advocate, California Innocence Coalition, Uncommon Law, CURB, and Felony Murder Elimination Project.
Melanie Kim, San Francisco Public Defense.
These people who are opposing are with the freaks that we're just talking and don't want this to go through, right? Is that what we're seeing here?
Yep. I would like to find this whole thing.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? Just get up there. What the F is wrong with all you people?
I'm Googling it real quick.
Be like, how can any of you sleep at night when you support child exploitation? You should all be ashamed of yourselves.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna show this in a second. All right, let's finish this up with just a few more seconds here.
Defender's Office.
Can't hear this one. Big surprise, this guy opposes. Real big surprise.
This guy comes off very flamey.
When I watched him walk in the door, I was like, oh yeah, I know what he's gonna say.
Cooney on behalf of ACLU California Action.
Oh, ACLU.
Thank you.
Shocker.
Jim Lindbergh, Friends Committee on Legislation of California. Opposed. Thank you.
Wait. What the fuck was he from?
California Action. Respectful opposition. Thank you.
Jim Lindbergh, Friends Committee on Legislation of California. Opposed. Thank you.
Friends Committee on Legislation?
What the F is that?
I don't know, dude. It's your state. What the hell?
Is there? I really hope that there's another clip of all the people who are in support of, and we're just not seeing that, or did literally everyone oppose it?
No, there's got to be another clip. That was from N Wokeness. He just he just put the clip together, or someone put it together for him, or something. But so I googled California SB 1414, and Let me zoom in. Google says no information available for this page. And I'm like, what? They just have the page. So I click on it, and no, you can go here and read the bill, which we're not going to do, but that's possible.
We know enough about it.
It's actually not that long. And a lot of it you can skip because it's just this kind of crap. We'll be able to get an idea of what's going on. And then there was something else that I wanted to see. There was the tracking. I wonder if anything had come of this. Oh, you know what? This is even a better version to read here. Doesn't say anything. Summaries, crimes solicited of a minor under existing law. A person who solicits or who agrees to engage in or who engages in any act of prostitution with the intent to receive compensation money or anything of value from another person is guilty of disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor under existing law. Under existing law, if this person solicited a minor and the person who solicited the minor knew or reasonably should not have known that the person solicited was a minor, the offense is punishable by imprisonment in the county jail for a minimum of 2 days, not to exceed 1 year, by a fine, or by both such fine and imprisonment. This bill would make the offense applicable only to a defendant who is 18 years of age or older at the time of the offense. The bill would, if the person solicited was under 16 years of age, or the person solicited was under 18 years of age at the time the county jail for not more than 1 year, no fine by imprisonment, the county jail 16 months, 2 or 3 years. Sorry, I'm kind of Joe Bidening my way through this. Fucking legal speak. For a second or subsequent offense under those conditions, the bill would require that the offense be punishable as a felony by imprisonment of. Why is it not a felony? Why is it just a misdemeanor now? Explain that to me.
Man.
Explain that to me. Why is this a misdemeanor now? Why is this not a felony? This is a kind of big deal.
How is it not to begin with? Yeah.
Well, it's still, even under that law, it's not a felony until after your second offense.
It's okay. The first time you didn't really mean to. It was an accident.
The world's mad. The world is mad.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, you know what? There was something. I saw something. I think I had something for good news.
Finish this off on a lighter note.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. I don't know if I'll watch this whole thing, but let me set this here. It's a long clip, but we'll get it. We'll get the picture from the tweet here. So, Tennessee woman wins landmark lawsuit against Blue Cross Blue Shield, securing nearly $700K for denial of COVID vaccine exemption.
For those with religious convictions, and a wonderful story to end on this week. A woman fired by Blue Cross Blue Shield for refusing the COVID jab has been awarded $700,000 in a lawsuit. The tide is...
Let this be the beginning. Let this be the beginning.
Yeah, there should be a lot more of that for a lot of people. I doubt that's going to happen, but there should be a lot more of this.
There should be a lot more people. And you know what? Every person who's been injured needs retribution as well. So some woman just made $700,000 suing her old boss for firing her because she did not want to take the COVID jab. Good for her.
Yeah.
And I hope that sets the precedent for the world, because it wasn't just here. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
That's shit. There were some countries where you might as well just not even exist. New Zealand, Australia, Canada. I know some Canadians. I wonder. Ooh.
What?
I'll tell you backstage.
Okay.
I know some Canadians pretty well, and now that I've seen things that have taken place over the last couple of years, it's not good. It's not good.
I know some Canadians too.
So I think that's going to do it for tonight. As usual, the world has just gone mad. I don't know. This whole Biden thing, it's all a show. It's all a show. Don't believe a single word of it.
Weekend at Biden's.
This is the first stream I've ever done that I did not drink my entire glass of water before the halfway mark in the show. So how about you let people know what you got going on, Neo?
Yeah, tomorrow night we got our next episode of Top 5, and we're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite summer blockbuster movies. So I have a lot of choices to whittle it down to just 5, so that's going to be pretty tough. And then on Friday, I will be doing a combined open mic / achievement chasers with my buddy Dude1286. And then Saturday will be the next episode of Party Chat at the usual 11:30 a.m.
I'll have to do another one of your open mic things.
Yeah, let me know. We'll make it happen.
Just go and talk games.
Yep, that's I think everyone here knows me, but yeah, that's all I do on my channel is talk games. Occasionally I stream them, not often. I'll probably be picking up some more of that later towards the end of summer. I got some plans for I'll be having a little bit more time to stream during the week, not as much on the weekends. But yeah, I've kind of go into that on my last open mic, the one I was the State of the Nerd. Thanks to my buddy Carl who gave me that idea because I just went solo and just talking about the future of my channel because I got some things that are going to be changing schedule-wise towards the end of summer, so I'll have some more time to stream and maybe I'll do some more game streaming. I got some ideas in the works, but yeah, if you like video game talk, that's basically all I do on my channel is talk about video games. And I got a number of different streams with different formats to talk about games. So
have you looked into the First Descendant at all?
I have it downloaded.
Okay.
I don't know much about it. I didn't realize it was going to be free to play. The trailer I saw for it looks cool. I haven't played it yet.
It's gotcha-esque type thing. I've been playing it. I've got a few hours into it. I think I'm like level 15, 18, somewhere around there at this point.
Very little I've seen of it. It looks cool. I'm waiting to do some more research into it to see what I think of it before I actually play it.
Yeah, Kel's been playing it a bit. He says fun but grindy AF.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing it. It kind of fills the hole that Destiny left.
Okay. I love that. I didn't play Destiny 2, but Destiny 1 is my single most played game of all time.
I don't think it's as good as Warframe, in my opinion.
I've not played Warframe, but my buddy Dude, who I was just talking about, he is a huge Warframe fan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch between Warframe and First Descendant for a while, like just to get my MMO, whatever I guess you'd call it. You know?
Yeah, I know it's not exactly that, but
yeah,
it's
not exactly, but kind of, sort of.
Yeah, like
anyhow,
Destiny invented that genre, which I call shared world shooter.
Yeah, the looter shooter. Yeah, massive world, but not.
And for anyone out there, the Steam summer sale ends on Thursday. So if you're looking at picking up on Steam for a good discount, you got a couple days left. And then the Xbox 360 store shuts down 1 to 3 weeks from today, July 29th. So if there's any Xbox 360 games you want, a lot of them are on super huge sale, 80-90% off. So if you're interested, I've done a couple streams about that, and I'll be talking more about that with Dude on Friday. And not tomorrow, but 2 weeks from tomorrow, the 23rd, our episode of Top 5 is going to be, because of that, we're doing a Top 5 on Xbox 360 games. So if there's any 360 games you are wanting, take a look at that, as there is very little time left before that entire store shuts down. But if you're not following it very closely, the main things you want to look at are digital only, non-backwards compatible games. Because if they aren't digital only, then you could obviously get a disc of them somewhere. And if they are backwards compatible,
Right.
they will be available on the Xbox, the current Xbox store, just not the Xbox 360 store. So, but yeah.
Very nice. I bought 8 games on the Steam Summer Sale so far. I think I'm done.
I think I bought a bunch just like literally like right before we went live. I think about 6-ish.
I got all the Dragon Age.
There's also a similar summer sale on the Xbox store right now where lots of games are a huge discount, and I bought like 10 games on there as well. So
Steam needs to bring back the summer sale where they've got where they keep adding games.
I did, because I've not followed Steam since I got my PC, this new PC up and running back last September. I've had a Steam account since forever because Fractured. He didn't know this, but I was talking to him on Twitter because of something that Melee James posted. The only reason why I created my Steam account way back in the day is because it was required to play Half-Life 2, and I went and looked, and my Steam account was created the day Half-Life 2 came out. I was like, "Yep, dates check out."
Nice.
So I've had a Steam account since 2004, but up until September. And I had the disc copy of Half-Life 2, so I didn't even have any digital games on my Steam account until within the last year. So I've been building that up.
No, they used to do the summer sale. They would just keep adding games as the sale goes on. Like every day there'd be new stuff on sale, and that made it so much more. I'd be surprised if they are making less money because of just now what you see is what you get day one.
Yeah, and that's what someone was mentioning in one of those streams. Is like, hey, when are the next wave of sales going to be? And it's like, nope, it's just all live at once, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know they used to do like waves.
No, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was because you just never knew. It was like Christmas. It was fucking Christmas in July. But yeah, so that's video game talk because I like games. And you can catch me here Thursday for the weekend pregame, where we're probably going to end up talking about Elon Musk, X, and the WEF, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you were talking to me about that beforehand.
So we got that to look forward to. Plus,
what are you
I've got
doing?
like 3 weeks worth of weird shit for us to look at and laugh at. Friday, we got Saturday, Saturday.
Partner with WEF. It's like, what the heck
I don't.
is Elon doing?
It all makes sense. It makes sense after the Linda Yaccarino thing. It just makes sense.
Yeah, that too. It's like, why did you pick her? She's not a proponent of free speech.
Not one of us. But so yeah, I've got Friday Ballbusters, maybe Saturday Chatterday. I'm playing Elden Ring again. I think I might hate myself. But I just can't stop playing that game. So I might stream that some on Saturday. I don't know.
DLC,
I'm also working on a website. I'm working on a massive website that I got some interesting toys to maybe help me build that. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to need the help of the Star Wars nerds on this one.
Oh.
And on that note,
I can help you out with that.
Thank you, Kel. Thank you. We had Cash Kester. Duke was in here. Fuck you, Steve.
Kel's Steam anniversary, he's got me by about 6 months.
Okay. Valentine's Day in 2004. Oh, how cute.